So I made this. And, I hadn't intended to make a long format horizontal style video of making this costume until about halfway through. So we're going to skip about steps 1 through, I don't know, 30 and then pick up there. But just to preface, the base of both the top and bottom were thrifted. They were originally a David's Bridal size 2, and I ended up adding some paneling in the back as well as eyelet so that it would fit my body because I am a size 14 and this was originally a size 2. It also currently does not have the wings on it. There are wings for it. I made the original wings for it and then decided it was time to make new wings and butchered the old wings to make the new wings, but then I hated the new wings, and so now I'm here without any wings. There's also a pink wig that goes with it. Unfortunately, I wore this costume to a convention this past weekend, and the wig is so tangled. I don't have it in me to brush it out right now. Just to show you, there's plenty of pictures at the end of this video of what it all looks like, so I'm just gonna let past Lexi get to it and show you how she made this cosplay. So this is the back of the dress. I've already extended the back of it so that it fits me. These are trash. I will get rid of those. I extended the back part of the skirt also. I only had purple at the time, which, I could have fixed, but whatever, it's fine. This is a little pattern that I figured out. I hope it works because we're gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. After I got the base of this dress figured out, it was time to start on the petals. My initial idea was to have 2 different kinds of fabrics, one a cotton and one a satin, and make the petals out of that. Unfortunately, that backfired. And in the end, I ended up with twice as many petals than I needed. And I'll explain that later, but here I am cutting out the satin petals, and I did it in like big block chunks. It was not easy to cut through with my scissors, but I did it anyways. I need to sew both of these out of the satin fabric because they're folded over and it looks really stupid when it's just the bedsheet. Thank you, goodbye. And so I ended up cutting out way more satin petals and sewing them together because when I origami fold the petals together, both sides have to be the shiny satin fabric because otherwise the back side shows through and it looks ridiculous. I sewed so many petals and then watched a movie while I turned them all inside out. Okay, I just sewed for like maybe an hour. This is only 17 petals and I anticipate I'm gonna need like 40. So I have to go cut more fabric. And so she did cut more fabric, but she used the same footage as the first time because I did not want to get my stuff back out. Belle wears like a little butt cape on the back of her dress, and so I just cut out this big rectangle and called it good. Oh yeah, get that slow motion, fuzzy detailed shot. So with the petals on, they look pretty good. Finally getting to the point where I can glue and arrange the flowers on the bodice was amazing. This was the part I was looking forward to on the entire build. This was the reason I made this dress because I just loved the top part of the outfit so much. And it went really quick, I prepped my flowers all beforehand and then just turned on a movie. Moving on to how I made her wings. So I will say up front that I did not make the screen accurate wings. I just kind of like made fairy wings because I knew I could do it. And this is how they turned out. I used iron-on interfacing and then sewed the right sides together. Here I am inserting aluminum wire into the wings. This is just so that they keep their shape. Once I made 4 wings, I started the tedious and very pokey task of connecting them all together. I used more aluminum wire, and then eventually I wrapped some Warbler around in the middle of it just to keep it all together. Here I am heating up the Warbler and covering all those super pokey ends. I ended up wrapping a tube of fabric around the Warbler and securing it with hot glue just so that you didn't see it, because it's kind of like, you know, ugly. And then I used these bar magnets that I got from Amazon to attach to the back of the bodice and the back of the wings so that they would be magnetically attachable. I made tiny little pouches that I inserted the magnets into and then hot glued them straight to the wings, and then I have another set on the bodice as well. And then I sewed around the outside of the little casings just to have 2 points of contact to make sure they really stay on good. And here you can see me sewing magnets onto the back of the bodice. Very last minute, I decided to add all of these tiny little sticky rhinestones onto the wings. This was a huge mistake because it took way too long and they all ended up falling off anyways. And then this is when I really started to crunch. I needed to make armbands, but I didn't have any elastic type fabric, so I was like, oh, I'll just make puffy armbands. And I did, but I regret it because they don't look anything like the movie. But I just made a tube and then put elastic in the top and bottom, and then attached some lace to the part of the tube that would go by my hand, if that makes any sense. It's early. Anatomy of a Cosplay Belle edition. Specifically her red petal dress. The base of this skirt is thrifted, and it attaches in the back with safety pins because your girl is lazy. I also thrifted the main part of the bodice, made it a little bit bigger so that it fit me, jimmy rigged the top part, and glued a whole bunch of flowers onto it. This cute train, I love that part of the cosplay. The wings are magnetic and they magnet straight to the back of the bodice. The arm warmers are literally just red tubes with frilly lace at the bottom of them. And the wig is one that I got from Amazon. She needs to be brushed. The headband is a dollar store headband with dollar store flowers glued straight onto it. Super cute. And these are the shoes that I use. They are very comfortable to walk in. Originally they were blue, but I painted them red.